I'm Rob Dutman, the craft beverage insurance specialist at Kirwan Associates, and on today's episode I'm joined by Chris Finelli, the founder and owner of Roc Brewing Company. Today's episode we're doing something a little different. Instead of focusing on insurance, we're going to be talking with one of my clients about his experiences in the craft beer industry, a little bit about how he got started, the challenges that he's faced like many other breweries over the past year of the pandemic, and then just a little bit about what sets this brewery apart and maybe some exciting news about some things that are coming down the pipeline. So firstly, Chris, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to meet with me. I know you've got a lot going on, so I appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Thanks for having me, Rob. Appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure.
So one of the questions I'm always curious about, because everybody has their own unique story, tell us a little bit about the origins of how Roc Brewing got started. Basically how you got from the position of a concept to everything that you see before us.
Yeah, so, I have a very unique story too for the industry. As most of us do, we started off as home brewers, and about 12 years ago, so I had just graduated with my MBA from RT, and we were hanging out one afternoon at my mom's house, my former business partner and friend, John and I, and we were just had nothing to do, so my mom was like, get in the car, I'm gonna buy you a homebrew kit. And that's how it started. So we started home brewing at home, everywhere from like twice a week up to 5 times a week. Really got into it. And over the course of the next 2 years, with our backgrounds in economics, we decided that we wanted to move forward with my parents' help, and we opened up the brewery in 2011. So this year we're going to celebrate 10 years.
Well, congratulations, that's a huge milestone.
Thank you, yep, it's very exciting. So this June, we are celebrating 10 years. We're doing a big bottle release. We have a number of events that we're planning around the anniversary, including doing a beer with Nick Dove and Three Heads. We're also celebrating their 10th anniversary this year. So, so we went from there, and then in 2014, John moved on and started another brewery, and we decided to expand the brewery here and go from 1 barrel system up to a 7-barrel brew house, where we are today. And then obviously, as business evolved and changed, we hooked up with FLX Wienery out of Dundee to come on board to help us grow the business and add the full experience that we now have as a tap room with full food, full bar, and all of our great craft beers. So it's been a big year for us in that expansion, and definitely glad we did it. So.
Oh, fantastic. I know the past year has been challenging for everybody, particularly for people in the hospitality industry. And through this, I know the wienery expansion occurred last summer. Obviously, you've come out the other side and not just survived, but also thrived and expanded the business. Can you let us in on your little secrets for how you've dealt with the unique challenges from COVID and what you attribute to the success of the brewery over the past 12 months?
So, it has been an extremely challenging year for everyone in the hospitality industry. And we happen to be in a very fortunate spot. When everything happened, we had already initiated the expansion with FLX, and we were working forward to do that, a build out, and then everything shut down. So we had already had some investment in, we were ready to go. So we took advantage. We took advantage of the shutdown, and instead of doing a 2-phase project, we went straight forward with a 1-phase project. And thank God we did, because with all the restrictions that we had when we reopened, we wouldn't have been able to really be open at all with the former size of our space. So we went from 600 square feet up to 2,500 square feet, went from limited food to a full food menu. So it really makes for that experience. I mean, we're 6 feet apart, every single table in here at 75% capacity, and we're still able to achieve that. So it was very fortunate for us at that time. We were also able to get in early on the PPPs, both of them, the EIDL money, so the idle money. We took advantage of the opportunities that were out there to really help us stay open, retain employees, and then come out with this new partnership, which then helped relaunch our brand a little bit, relaunch the opening of the brewery, and we've kind of rolled through with the punches, and looking forward to the next 6 months as we get back to a little bit more normalcy.
Oh, perfect. It's very rare. I know a lot of
a lot of businesses in your situation are struggling to get by. Not many people are making capital investments in improving the brewery. So it's absolutely fantastic that you are in a position to not just limp along, but kind of hit the ground running. And it almost seems like the timing, although it's not great, could have worked out better for you for what you had in mind.
Yeah, we were not necessarily with our backs against the wall, but we were in a position where the only way forward was to grow and go forward. And so we took advantage of it, and we've been very fortunate to come out the other side.
Oh, perfect. So it's no secret that we're spoiled in New York State. We have close to, if not just over 500 breweries throughout the state, a large number in Monroe County, and even quite a few in the relatively small downtown Rochester area. In your estimation, what do you feel sets Roc Brewing apart? What can your customers expect from an experience standpoint that they would get here that they may not get at other breweries that they could visit in the area?
So that's an interesting question for us because being that it's our 10th anniversary, I've been reflecting on Roc Brewing, what we were, what we are, what we're going to be. Especially considering now that there are currently 485 plus breweries in New York State. There are 13 downtown Rochester with a tap room. And when we opened, there were like 40 breweries in New York State. And they
were the first downtown.
We were the
inside
first
from Tennessee.
with a tap room
That.
since Warbox had left. And now Warbox has one back. Genesee has the, we're somewhere in the first 30 breweries opened in New York State, considering the ones that have since closed. So that's a really interesting and unique perspective for me to kind of be an industry leader now in this community. And, I think we're really starting to hit our stride on not just what we've always done very well with our beers, but also being able to play around and do some other fun stuff like our new barrel-aged Russian Imperial for our 10th anniversary. But I think we have gone above and beyond to create the experience. And, with so many breweries in New York State, it's hard to just say that you sell beer. You don't necessarily just sell beer. You're selling an experience. And that's what we're doing here at the brewery, especially with the Interlude project and another 600 new units of apartments moving in, 100-room hotel, a museum, 18,000 square feet of retail space. We are now in a neighborhood, and we're a critical part of that neighborhood. So that's what we sell now. We sell the all-around experience of you come to the brewery, you get food, you get beer, you get an experience, and you get this neighborhood connected to downtown.
No, and with everything that you've done, it's you certainly. I remember coming to the old brewery, kind of felt like you're drinking in somebody's clubhouse, and this feels like you've really invested the resources and taken the time to transform this into a destination spot.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Destination spots.
Last question I have is just if you want to give us a sneak peek or tell the people at home anything that they should be excited about, whether it's a new beer coming down the pipeline. I know you mentioned the barrel aged series that you're doing for the anniversary, but if there's any other new beers you have coming, new food offerings, or just any developments with the brewery from a business or logistical perspective, tell the viewers at home what they can be excited about coming down the future from Roc Brewing.
Yeah, so the big thing for us right now is we have a big party coming for our 10th anniversary. Obviously, social distance rules will apply, and we'll keep as many safety measures as we can. But the barrel-aged beer that we're doing, it's a very limited run of 375 bottles. So if you want one, get them while they last. And we're looking forward to doing the beer with Naked Dove and Three Heads, which we're brewing this Thursday and will be ready June 12th for our anniversary. So if you haven't been down, come check out the new brewery with FLX at Roc Brewing.
If you do get a chance, I would absolutely recommend coming to Roc Brewing and the FLX Wienery at Roc Brewing. It is an amazing experience, great food, great beer. You certainly will not be disappointed. Thanks again for everyone watching, and make sure to check out Roc Brewing as well as Paris Kirwan. Cheers, everybody.